Let's do it.
It's already begun, Brownie. Ha 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 ha.
Why don't you tell me these things?
Well, I literally told you like a second after I did it.
Alrighty then.
Let's see. Live stream now. Blah 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 blah.
You should start sending me these links, these share links beforehand so I can tweet it out.
Oh, I don't get it until like the stream starts.
There's a way to do it.
There you go.
I got it. And also, that's not the link.
How is it not?
There we go.
Alright, it's been tweeted, and now to share it everywhere. Advertise yourself. Paste. One in the Rift Cafe. One in the Ring of Friendship. One here. And where else? Nope, I think that's everywhere where I post. Yep. And I already need to blow my nose. Alright. Good Saturday, everybody. Ow.
How are we all doing today? Luna Amethyst and Galactic Equestria 21 both say hi. Lennon Black says, I'm here, I'm sorta queer, get used to it. Actually, I don't think I will.
Ronnie, no. I like him.
Luna says I made next gen for MLP characters.
That's good. I like seeing next gen sometimes. It's like people usually put together, like there's the typical kind where they'll like say it's Applejack and Rarity, and they'll just put together those color schemes and see what it makes, which is cool. But or they'll come up with like something completely new, and it's cool still.
Good. Let's see, does anybody have anything interesting to say? Emily Maloney and Brony Richter say hi.
Yo. Hello, everybody. Today we are working on a scarf for my friend Juanita for her birthday. Don't tell her. It's just
Don't tell her until she shows up in the stream.
She never does. Anyways, I picked up blue because it's one of her favorite colors, and white was nice, and pink is also nice. Turns out I think these are transgendered colors, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure she supports the whatevers, and it's pretty.
Lennon Black says Spike and Rarity need to bone and make a next-gen baby character. He also says that he told Juanita.
Why would you do that, Lennon? It was supposed to be a surprise. Also, I've seen that baby in a few different forms or another, and sometimes it's really cool. So, in case you haven't been able to notice, I'm not feeling the best today. I woke up with a really sore throat, and my nose is a little runny, but I'm a little better right now. My throat isn't bothering me too much, and I'm just a bit congested, you know, all that. And so I'm not drinking my usual hard lemonade today. I'm just having some ice cold water and some crackers.
Yep. Let me see. Emily says I pronounced her last name wrong.
How?
Yeah, I have no idea. Luna says I have Flashlight, Disparity, Soren Dash, Cheese Pie, Fluttermac, Luna Jack, Starburst, and Dyslestia.
Good stuff.
Megan McGonigal says I just played Exploding Kittens and got a Facebook account. It's under my name, by the way.
That's cool.
Yep, I will be sure to not look you up. Galactic Equestria 21 says the scarf looks good.
Thank you. I think it's pretty too.
Bigorna says hello, y'all.
Hello, Bigorna.
Luna says I may make a Trix Blood, whatever. Is that Trixie and Blue Blood? Derpy Doc and Octoscratch Kid. Octoscratch can't have a kid.
Well, technically, like, they can. They just need a donor. And, for Trixie and Blue Blood, I've seen one. I liked this one artist named Lapodity on DeviantArt. She made them have a baby and made that baby the moon, like, be named Moon Dancer. And it's, gosh, that freaking pony has such a pretty design. Really sad story, though.
What's the story?
So, Trixie and Blue Blood meet in Canterlot. She's a performer. He's nobility. The thing with Blue Blood, though, is that he's still a terrible person. And, Trixie falls in love with him, and he kind of loves her, but he's like, nah, she's just after my riches and all that crap. She doesn't really love me. And so they break up, but not until she does get pregnant. And so she's not doing so well in money. She's in Ponyville, kind of starving and also pregnant. And then Maud Pie shows up and just goes, Trixie, and then takes her in. And then they make that ship happen. And then she and Maud raise Moon Dancer. And Moon Dancer, like, he grows up and he loves dancing and stuff, but he also has, like, some issues because Trixie always boasted that she's related to Star Swirl the Bearded, and he wants to be also, like, even though his special talent is dancing, he wants to be a great spellcaster. And it really just leads him down a bad path of ambition. He eventually meets his father, but his father's like, I don't believe you're my son, and even if you are, it's not a good thing for you. And then, so he's dealing with that.
Lennon Black says, in order to cure your cold, take a bite out of a raw white onion.
Ew, no. I'd rather die. I hate onions.
Luna says, I may ship Sugar Bell and Party Favor. That's not canon.
Shut up, Ronnie.
Megan McGonigal says, do you have a Facebook account, Heather, so I can follow you?
My Facebook I don't really go on, so don't worry about that. Just follow me on, like, Twitter and YouTube and DeviantArt. The stuff that matters.
Galactic Equestria says, definitely a yes for Soren Dash.
That's so basic. I mean, no offense to anyone who really likes that, but I just feel like it was too obvious, but just it didn't have enough. Like, Soren and Rainbow Dash have not had enough interactions. It was a very season one where we were just desperate trying to find dudes to ship our ponies with. And he was one of the few dudes that there was that had somewhat of a personality. I don't like them together. It's boring most of the time. I did like...
Go ahead.
I did like a few fics about Soren and Applejack getting together. That was cute.
Good. Buckin wants to know if we've ever read any fan fiction about us. I don't think there exists any fan fiction about us. I don't even think there exists any fan fiction about me.
You're wrong.
Well, aside from the crap that you wrote.
That wasn't crap, it was art.
It was art, all right. I can give you that much.
Beautiful masterpiece. You're just jealous that you didn't
What would I be jealous of?
That you didn't think of it first.
3 other people had told me they wanted to write something similar before I
Well, I put it into reality.
Okay, sure, whatever.
You're just jealous.
What am I jealous of? I don't understand you, woman.
Of what I made, because it was ingenious and it was great.
Okay, I'm a couch in that story.
Yeah, the greatest couch, but also the worst.
You should publish.
You're like a hard couch that's good for back support, but is not very comfortable.
If it's good for back support, it's also comfortable.
I don't know, it could be softer. Could have a cup holder, but you don't.
Okay. Anyway, So she wrote this story about me being a coach and her and our friend Louie being in high school, and they were like anime high school delinquents, and they were like gonna get one over on the new strict teacher, and and then the rest of the story I just spent beating the crap out of them while trying to teach them deep philosophical life lessons. And the first time Heather wrote it, it was just
It was not. It was beautiful in its rawest form. It was a gorgeous thing to behold.
half of the edits I made to it were for spelling.
I literally showed it to you the night after I concocted it, I think.
And like, my favorite one was right at the end was like, maybe they can learn valuable life lessons from Couch Brawny. And I'm like, did you mean to say coach?
Yes.
I feel like Google over here. Did you mean Coach Brawny? And that was the title of the story, by the way. You should publish the one the version that I made on.
You had your edits had a big, boring, pointless scene that I'm like, what did this accomplish? It wasn't even funny. And you put too much detail into crap. It's like, I would say, it was a freaking boiling hot day, and you're like, no, it was this and that and this. And I'm like, you made 3 sentences out of 1. This isn't about the word count, Mr. Writer.
I am Tolkien, and you are C.S. Lewis.
No. You're fucking J.R.R. Martin, and I am Dr. Seuss, and I am more beloved.
Morbid, more like.
Is that because I'm dead?
Yes.
Aw. Yeah, that's just mean, man.
Let me see. Luna says I can kind of imagine Trixie helping Blue Blood reform. I've actually read a really good story about Blue Blood actually being attracted to Derby, and they had a kid together, and the kid was ditzy. It was actually really good.
Wasn't as good
I
as
just searched my name on FimFiction out of curiosity, and nothing came up.
Nothing can beat my Sweetie Quill fanfiction. That was great. Did you ever read that?
Alrighty then. Nope.
You should. It was a masterpiece. I mean, we don't ship Sweetie Quill anymore, but it was beautiful.
Alrighty then. Megan McGonagall says, wait a second, I think I skipped ahead a bit. Oh yeah, Megan McGonagall says, I've seen what you two are talking about. They also shipped Twilight with Discord.
Yeah, that's how they got the main character of that fan universe, Pandora, the daughter of Discord and Twilight. But really, like, I like the way she says it came about. It's like, it just happened one day when Discord laid an egg in Twilight's cereal. And then it was Pandora. I mean, how else are you gonna make that work? Lapodity, though, that's, like, great art. You gotta see that. What attracted me was the beautiful art, and I love the pictures and some of the ideas.
Vulcan wants to know, how caught up are you with Friendship is Magic?
I haven't watched the episode from today, but other than that, totally caught up. But nothing, we don't say anything new, because Bronny hasn't seen anything.
I haven't seen the last 3 episodes. I gotta watch 2 of them, and then I suppose we could watch the new one together tomorrow, you and I.
Yeah, so everybody, no spoilers, none. Not a single one.
Lennon Black wants to know what he missed.
I don't know. I was arguing about what an intuitive genius I am when it comes to writing, and Bronny was trying to argue with me, which he pitifully lost. Ugh, poor fool. He just doesn't understand my art! My way with words. My knowledge of tropes. Oh, so refined. I am the best at writing that there ever was in the entire universe, and he doesn't want to admit it. He doesn't want to admit it, because one of my magnum opus was about him being a stern coach and characterizing him so well. Spot on. I'm a genius.
My characterization was pretty good in that. But no,
But nothing. He threatened to spank my butt in that fan theory too, in that fan fiction too. So it was like a freaking foreshadowing to real life, wasn't it?
You wrote that before we wrote that. You wrote that before we were dating. And
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like the way you phrased it was a way I would have thought you would have said it.
I said something along the lines of, I'll tan your princess hide, or I'll tan your
No,
hide. I
no.
don't
Like it
care
was.
if
I'll paint your back porch red.
Yeah, you're right. Um,
In a real old man way.
If ROCs had a child, what would it look like? Didn't that actually happen one time?
Sweetie made a thing out of a pony creator thing, and she named the kid Mocha because it was a really boring kid. Though it was just a pony with a brown coat.
Yeah, and then we got into a fight about whether or not it was allowed to have cake for breakfast.
Look, if there's leftover cake, then they maybe eat that for breakfast.
No, you have it for the next dessert, maybe.
I want it for breakfast.
You were a bad influence. Why are we doing this again?
Yeah, this is why we're not having one.
Megan McGonigal says, I now regret taking 200 grams of melatonin before watching this.
Yeah.
Would you like to rephrase that? Because 200 grams will kill you. Did you mean 20 milligrams, which is still kind of excessive for anybody under 250 pounds? Bigorna says, I want Coach Brawny made into an animation.
Mm-hmm.
Lennon Black is really testing my patience when he says Discord needs to have a baby with Flurry Heart.
Okay. Maybe once she's 1,000 years old. Then the age gap won't matter.
Remember the Heather fanfiction skit from Applejack's Day Off? You must have been referring to like something Rara Jack. I can't remember exactly what the joke was.
Yeah, Rare Jack, because it was on Applejack's Day Off, and it just like had the from SpongeBob on a scroll and me writing shit.
Alrighty then. I remember you made the plushies of Applejack and Rarity kissing. Just listen, we have very simple rules in this house, Heather. If you're going to ship the main six, don't ship the main six.
Well, I have a very simple rule for you. This isn't your house, and whatever I say goes.
Definitely my
Yep,
house.
no, this is definitely my house. And my stream. So we're gonna have all the gayest ships we could possibly have. Let's bring back Karamak!
Oh, there will be no gay ships.
All the gay ships. Everyone, tell me your favorite gay ships in the chat below, and Bronny has to read them.
I will do no such thing.
You have to read them because your eyeballs are going over them.
I will just skip them.
Yeah, but you're gonna know what they are, and that's the point. You had to see them.
Alright, let's see here. Galaxia is Starburst Kid, and Loki is Dyslestia's. Okay.
Why not?
Megan McGonigal says 200 milligrams of melatonin. That still doesn't sound right, because listen, I take 2 5-milligram ones. That's 10. And that'll put me down on most nights, and I weigh 210 pounds. So 200 milligrams is still more than 10 times that. So, yeah, dangerous amounts there. I could understand 20. I have a friend who takes 20 milligrams of melatonin to go to sleep. I would never do that much. I'd have horrible nightmares, and I probably wouldn't wake up. Let me see. Buckin wants to see knife.
It's not a portal, it's my cat.
Alrighty then.
She's taking a nap.
Bigorna says Discord is in a relationship with Tom. The Smooth is their child. How dare you trick me into reading that? Luna says I'm too tired to think of new original characters right now.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Lennon Black says Spike and any ship. I ship Spike with Applejack.
Oh yeah, that's one that the daughter of Discord chick, Disney Fanatic, she wrote them as a couple.
Alright. Has anybody ever shipped you with Sweetie Heather?
Me.
Yeah.
She's a very affectionate lady, more than I'm used to, and I'm just like, is this gay or platonic? You know what? It's a bit of both.
Alrighty then. Megan says I'm an insomniac. I barely sleep in a week. I'm not desperate to take that much dosage to get some sleep. Okay, Megan, you need to see a doctor.
Yeah, I'm not one. I don't know anything about that. But, you know, doctor visits never hurt. Well, sometimes they do, but that's only when they bring out the needle. And I can't look at the needle. Even when I don't look at the needle and they do it, I cry a little bit.
Well, I'm going to be praying that we see Megan next week on the stream.
I'm sure she's fine.
Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, she's fine. Probably.
Alright.
Maybe.
Also, Megan, if you take that much, like even if you actually did take that much, and you are okay, then what you're causing to happen there is your body's going to develop an immunity to it. So you're actually hurting your ability to sleep taking that much, because it's supposed to supplement what your brain is already making. But when you give yourself that much, you take away your brain's ability to make it because it doesn't need to. And of course, when you overload it like that, it's going to shut that off entirely. So yeah, if you're really an insomniac, by taking that much melatonin, you are hurting your ability to sleep. Plus, that supplement in high doses is going to have a lot of other negative side effects on you. So be very careful and please see a doctor.
And message us tomorrow on Twitter or something and let us know how you're doing.
Yeah. Let me see here. Luna Amethyst is sticking with Sparity and Luna Jack. Galactic Equestria says Disney Fanatic 2364 made a nice PMV of Apple Spike.
That's nice. She always does something.
I am not reading Lennon Black's message.
I want to read it. What does it say?
He says Obama and Big Mac.
Oh.
Thanks, Obama!
I'm going to make it mandatory that you have to read anything Lennon Black says.
Here, let me just ban Lennon Black real quick.
Don't freaking ban my friends!
I'm just kidding, Lennon. I'm not going to ban you. I'm just going to do it in my head. Let's see here. What do we have that's interesting? Luna says it's really fun looking at MLP Next Gens.
Yeah, I think it's fun too. I follow at least 2 artists that do it. And they make cute little universes and stories and ships. I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had one that was Mod Pie and Rarity.
Nice. Angel Mongon, the Digimon Brony says, "Hello, Blossom. How's Bloom?"
She's okay. She's having a little party in her room.
Oh, she have guests over?
Oh no, she's probably just on Skype or something. But I can hear her from here, so she sounds like she's having a good time.
Good. Luna says, "I like Apple Spike too."
I like ships that like have really fun names, like Twilight and Peaky Bye being Twinkie, and Discord and Applejack being Disco Jack. Shut up.
Lennon Black says, ban me, do it, come on, I dare you. You don't have the huevos.
Oh.
And he says, please don't. That's how I'm going to say that word for forever. Huevos.
Look what you've done. He already says everything else wrong. Ronnie, why are you wrong?
Hey, Heather, pronounce the name of the villain for Avengers Endgame and Infinity War.
Ronnie, I can hang up on you right now and get Brandon to moderate this chat if you're going to do this crap to me.
Sure, I'm sure you can, but he won't do as good of a job as I do.
I don't know, he'll be more liberal-minded and not say stupid crap. He'll
also be 10 times as pretentious.
I don't know, you guys are about the same when it comes to pretentious levels.
I doubt that. I think he's way more pretentious than I am. Truth be told, I'm not even really that pretentious. I just like to troll people.
Yeah, oh, and that makes it better somehow? It doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't.
It's not sincere.
I would dunk your head in a toilet if I could right now.
I don't think you're strong enough.
I don't know, Brownie. Chicks get some freaky adrenaline strengths. Don't you freaking test me.
Yeah, I'm sure they do, but I weigh 210 pounds. I don't think that you're that strong even if I wasn't resisting.
Okay, I'll just kick you in the nards again.
Yeah, and don't do that.
Yeah, well, stop testing me.
Listen, the next time you kick me in the groin, something bad's gonna happen.
To you?
I was understanding the last time because it was an accident, and I knew it was an accident, it just took me a couple of seconds to recover, but if you ever do that intentionally, oh my god.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What did you do to deserve that, number one?
I don't know, I probably said something innocuous like Thanos, and you just got really upset.
So then you deserved it.
No, I did not deserve it.
Yes, you did, because it's probably like the 500th freaking time you've said it, and you're still freaking going, and you need to be knocked down.
I have an accent, it just happens, okay?
I'm so sick of your shit. So sick of your shit.
Let's see here. Oh, let's see here. Lemon Black says, Rarity and Maud actually sounds right. Maud likes rocks and Rarity likes gems. We already tried that in the episode Maud Pie and it didn't work.
I don't know. I feel like it could have gone on longer.
Luna says she's seen a Next Generation for Coloratura and Flash Sentry. Now that's interesting.
Yeah, maybe I could see it. You know, like the soldier and the famous singer. She likes him because he's down to earth and she's a beautiful woman. I mean, Flash Sentry and Twilight, I like that trope. The princess in the night. But, you know, I mean, I love my boy Flash Sentry. I want him to be matched up with a girl that really suits him. Don't know.
Megan says Heather should be the announcer in the analysis. What analysis?
Analysis of what?
Yeah, exactly. Luna says Rarity and Zephyr Breeze. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't think Zephyr deserves anyone.
Well, how about that time he was showing off a rainbow when he got his guard armor?
Ronnie, there's so much nope. Stop trying to troll people.
You loved that scene, though.
It's funny because he's such a freaking loser. He kind of reminds me of Cusco in a way, especially that walk.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was thinking too when he did that.
Yeah, it's like, I suddenly adore you. But I don't want him with Rainbow Dash. Because, my God, would he never let Rainbow Dash live it down? I mean, I hate Rainbow Dash, but God, does she not deserve that? He's like, huh, so you always did like me, and she'd be like, no. It'd just be the worst thing for her in the world. Zephyr Breeze,
Buckin wants to see us arm wrestle.
Sure. I'm gonna use street rules and then I'll win.
I knew you were gonna talk about the freaking street rules. Your street rules don't work on me, okay? What if I also use street rules?
You can't, because you don't know what they are.
What they are, Heather?
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
You are so just insane. Goodness, what am I gonna do with you?
I don't know, I think that every day.
Oh, jeez, let's see here. Uh, Capper and Rarity.
The best ship ever. I gotta finish a picture of Rarity
But
as
Heather,
Princess
but
Jasmine.
Heather, he's the friend she needs.
The friend with benefits she needs.
No, that's not how the song goes. The song goes,
I'm
I'm
the
the
friend
friend. He
that you
friend zoned
need
himself,
when
okay?
you're lost and you don't know what to do with your vibrator.
Oh my god. Heather,
Lennon, start writing the parody. I know you'll do it.
It's a PG stream.
PG-13.
Oh jeez. Buckin wants to know how bad does it hurt a little lady to get kicked in the groin?
It hurts a lot, but I don't think it hurts quite as much as it might a guy because all our sensitive parts are kind of within folds. So there's things that'll protect it, I guess. Being kicked in the tits, though, would hurt. Especially around the nipple area.
Bigorna says, this reminds me of the dialogue of Bane with the CIA agent in The Dark Knight Rises. I'm having a blast. Okay, I have no idea what he's referring to.
I think he means the parody, though.
Okay.
Or Assault on Arkham.
Angel Mongone says, make that brown turn white with fear. Okay. Galactic Equestria says, Twilight and Kylo Ren.
Sure. I love crack.
Bigorna says, Trixie and Zephyr Breeze.
Yeah, you know, that'd be an interesting one. Actually, I'd like to see if someone could get that to work.
Pristine says, hi guys.
Hey, Pristine,
Hello,
what's up?
Pristine. Lennon Black says, I want to see Zephyr and Rainbow Bone.
Well, I'm pretty sure you could draw that if you really wanted to.
I don't know who Rainbow Bone is. Buckin says Zephyr did have a good song in Flutter Brother.
He had a song?
Yeah. We skipped it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Jerk.
What if Somber wrestles Heather instead of Brawny?
Well, that's very pokey.
That happened once. I accidentally cut her arm with my gauntlets.
We were sword fighting.
Yeah. Lennon Black says, so it's agreed that Flutter's Cord is canon now.
At least that Spike is shipping it.
Okay. Let's see here. So would that, Bigorna says, would that make Rarity officially a cat lady if she dated Capper, I'm guessing?
Hell yeah.
Megan says, when we talk, it's like Mordecai and Rigby interacting. I know that's a regular show reference, but I haven't seen enough regular show to confirm or deny it.
That's where I got the Street Rules bit from.
Okay. So, I guess that is an accurate assessment.
Yeah, Rigby would use it when they were doing staring contests.
Lennon Black is being weird. He says, Capper and Rarity is yes! I like relationships. Oh, this one's going to offend you. Luna Amethyst says, I kind of like Ember and Thorax.
I don't like them together. I mean,
Who do you like with Thorax?
Twilight.
Yep, I knew it. I just wanted you to tell the stream.
Why? Twilight and Thorax, it'd be pretty sweet. I've read a few fics where it really works. Sadly, most of them end in clop, but, it's good. It's the good kind.
There's, Buckin says Trixie and Starlight. Well, listen. They barely get along as friends. If they were dating, it would just turn abusive real quick.
And I hate Starlight more than anything else in the world. She does not deserve my perfect Trixie.
Trixie is not. Like, I can't believe you like Trixie more than Starlight.
I mean, it's a no-brainer. Trixie is way more fun.
Fun, maybe, but let me tell you something. That fun kind of friend, that gets old. That air quotes fun. Oh my god, that just becomes problem.
Ronnie, you ever just listen to us talk and wonder how the hell we function?
All the time. Like, seriously, Heather, how far did you have to lower your standards to end up with somebody like me?
Eh,
It must have been really bad. Lennon Black says, I'm going to draw Heather Blossom saying I love crack now.
no, yeah, totally do it.
Bigorna says, who doesn't love crack?
We all love a little bit of crack.
My crack is Sombre Shy.
Yeah, Sombra with Pinkie Pie, though. Sombra Pie. Anyone?
Angel Mongon says, Heather, do you like waffles?
Yeah, I like waffles. Do you like pancakes?
There was a line that started singing that at BronyCon, and I just wanted to jump off of the balcony.
But I started singing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like pancakes.
Buck and 5 says Yona and Sandbar.
Yeah, that's looking cute. I'll allow it.
Galactic Equestria says Ember and Fairies.
Sure, actually, that seems pretty hot. I'd like it.
Okay. I'm really going to regret reading Lennon Black's next thing. Pristine says, only non-canon ship I am for is cheese pie. Fun fact, in Flutter Brother, when Pinky mentions cheese sandwich, I literally said, aw, they have a long-distance relationship, lol. Heather, I'm going to have to kill myself after reading what Lennon Black just says. Owlicious and Celestia anal scene now. Okay, so just gonna go ahead and ban this guy.
No, that's pretty in character for Lennon, though.
Yeah, whatever. Megan says Thorax is naive and Twilight is too bookish. It doesn't work.
But it's so... That's what makes it go together. He's naive, she's bookish, she wants to learn more about the changelings, and he's more than willing to give her all the information he wants. And they just get closer and closer together. Like one of the fics I read, it was so sweet, they were getting bonding over that. And Thorax realized he was having feelings for her, brought her a bouquet of flowers, then they banged, and then it was, really sweet. But then she's like, I always wanted to be with you, but I can't, even though we started in reverse, I want to be with you, and then they started going out on dates, and it was great.
Why would you sleep with him before going on the date? That's not wise.
It's because he was showing her a mating dance, and I don't know, I think pheromones were involved, but then you're like, whatever.
That's awful contrived.
Well, of course, it's Klopp.
Oh my god. Let me see here. Bigorna says Sombra with Trixie. Do not torture Sombra like that. He doesn't deserve that kind of punishment.
Nah, yeah, I don't like that either.
Buck and 5 wants to know if I would let you blindfold me. Probably not. But I also might, I guess, depending on the context. I can still function without my eyes.
Yeah, I'd probably just do it if I wanted to surprise him with something, because no doubt he wouldn't be into it if I tried to sneak anything on him in there.
Well, I'm also, relatively aware of my surroundings, even without being able to see anything.
So you're saying it wouldn't even matter? He would know what the surprise was?
Well, I can't see, but I can, sense a room. Who is where and things like that. My ESP used to be a lot sharper back when I worked on it a lot. I used to be able to tell you who, if I was in a room, without looking anywhere, I could tell you who was where if I knew all the people in the room. Let me see here. Galactic Equestria's got the right idea and says Sombra and Radiant Hope.
Nah, it's so plain and boring.
Luna Amethyst says Rarity and Tom, OTP.
Oh, sure, why not?
Angel Mongone, I really gotta pronounce that name right, says, do you like pancakes?
Yeah, we like pancakes.
Luna says, do you like French toast?
Do, can't wait to get a mouthful of waffles.
Honeydrop the Unicorn says, hi.
Hey, Honeydrop, what's up?
Lennon Black says, I like French fried potato. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Buck and Five says, ocellus and thorax. That's just gross.
Yeah, age gap.
Could a pony and a changeling have a baby?
Maybe if the changeling was a pony, when
Lennon
they
Black says, I'm actually pretty conservative with my language and thoughts here. That is terrifying.
Yeah, you should see his Twitter.
I don't think I want to see his Twitter.
No, you don't.
I'm going to go report his Twitter.
Don't do that.
Okay, I won't do that. Heather, who leaked my nudes on my Twitter.com?
Oh, gee, I don't know.
Let's see here. I have seen an MLP video game ship Sombra and Chrysalis before, even leading to a marriage between the two, says Buck and Five.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't for that shit before because it seemed kind of played out to me, but now that me and Bronny like dress up as Sombra and Chrysalis and we go do stuff, it's okay.
Pristine says, hey Heather, it's pretty interesting that you hate Starlight since like 50% of my personality is like hers, even down to her flaws.
Well, I don't know.
Like
You
Starlight
don't deserve to
when she
be
was on that road
punished.
trip with Trixie. Honey Drop the Unicorn wants to know what you think of her icon pick.
Hold on, let me see what it looks like. Because Bronny...
Bucket 5 says, who's Radiant Hope? Radiant Hope is a character from the comic. She was Sombra's childhood friend, and may or may not, though it's unconfirmed, but it seems to be heavily implied something romantic. Until Sombra went evil. But even then she was like, I still see the good in him, and tried to form an alliance with the Umbrum, which really did not end well.
I mean, ultimately things ended up okay. Because good triumphed over evil and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Buck5 wants to know if you like maple syrup.
Yeah.
Luna says, I think I'm crushing on Discord a bit. Lennon Black says, Brawny nudes where? They don't exist, Lennon. Buck5 does have like multi-hour overnight road trips to places. I'm not sure what he's referring to. Big Gordon says, I have an announcement. Lennon Black is a... I'm not reading that. He pissed on my wife.
Yeah!
If Buck5 says, if I wanted to read the MLP comics, where do you suggest I start? Legally, go down to your comic store. You can also order them all online, and they're like a few bucks right now, so not too bad.
I liked the Friends Forever series.
Yeah, that was cool. Let's see. Lennon Black says, we should read the Nightmare Rarity arc. Yeah, that was a really good one.
Hey, I read that one. I don't know, the story was a little weird, but I liked it. I loved that design.
Luna ships Dyslestia more than Lunacord.
Yeah, you don't know what ships Discord and Luna? I don't wonder why. I mean, I don't either, but why don't we?
Buck5 clarified his earlier question. He says, do you like multi-hour or overnight road trips?
I really don't like road trips because, well, like I've told people a million times before, I have a very delicate stomach. Like, if we're just going in a straight direction for a long period of time, I guess it's okay. But, my stomach can tend to hurt. I can't really contribute well because I don't drive. I prefer going air travel because even though I have a delicate stomach still and I don't eat much before the flight and stuff like that, it goes by a lot faster. So I don't
That
like...
reminds me, Heather, when we go to New York for Christmas, do you want to fly to Florida and then drive up with me, or do you want to just fly straight to New York?
How long does it usually take you to get from New York to, from Florida to New York?
I usually drive the first leg for about 16 to 18 hours, and then the second day takes usually around 4 to 6.
I kind of want to spend more time with you, but at the same time, it probably wouldn't be too much more time to take off whatever the hell I'm doing. We'll have to think about this more.
Yeah, I guess we'll think about it more later. I would definitely be logistically and physically easier to drive there, but I guess the only reason you would fly into Florida is if like when we came back, we took a few days together and hung out and I showed you around Florida.
Yeah, and let's keep in mind that's a lot of time to take off. I definitely because I wouldn't want to fly to Florida. We go up, spend Christmas and stuff with your family, and then I would take a plane back home out of New York. That'd be weird to plan. So if I went in from Florida, I'd have to go home through Florida.
Yeah,
same for New York.
So, yep, and we could definitely just plan you a round trip there. Let's see here. Do we have any? So Lennon Black is cutting loose a bit more than I wish he would. Let's see here. Buckin wants to know if you've heard of Little Miss Rarity.
Oh yes, I have. Gosh, that is an older Tumblr, and it went some dark places.
Yeah, I never understood how bronies can get like that.
Well, I don't know. It's interesting. At least.
Angel Magone says Celestia as Duke Nukem. Okay.
Sure, why not?
How nice was the hotel we were staying at for BronyCon? Would we recommend it?
Oh, the Brookshire Suites? I would. I really like that hotel. This is the second time I used it because I was looking up a whole bunch of different hotels, but I'm attracted to when it's a reasonable price and it also says that it serves you a complimentary breakfast. And they had a breakfast buffet every morning, and I think every morning we'd wake up, go up there, eat our fill of food, and that's like a free meal for us. And then we'd go out and do our day. And they usually have some pretty good stuff. It's not amazing. But they got oatmeal, they got cereal, they got sausages, eggs, waffles, with the waffle irons and stuff there, which is great. And juice and stuff. Great stuff.
I really wish I had more money so that I could have gotten us into the Hilton that was attached to the convention center and never had to go out in the streets of Baltimore.
Brownie, but the Hilton doesn't supply breakfast, do they?
No, they don't, but that's part of me having more money is that would no longer become a concern.
I know, but I like free breakfast and a convenient place.
Yeah. Let me see here. Lennon says, as much as I like horror, I don't like it in my ponies. I'm not a fan of Grimdark. Okay, Lennon, we can be friends again.
Yeah, Lennon, start getting on Brownie's good side. He's got a limit. I've learned he has a limit.
Yeah, what was that one show that you showed?
Super Jail!
Yeah, this show's... Yeah, Super Jail. You were like, this show's the best show ever. And I watched it and I just, oh my god, I almost lost my freaking meal.
It was gory. I showed him that episode when they had the bunny suits and the wolf suits.
Yeah, the first episode.
Yeah. So...
Let me see. Bigorna says, I like Grimdark more when I was new in the fandom.
I like Grimdark when I'm bored. And all I've had is, happiness and friendship. And I'm like, okay, time to get something that'll mess me up.
Yep. Lennon says, me too, was much more innocent, and Luna says, I like some Grimdark.
Look at how big your arms look, Brownie. You guys can't see him, but he looks really buff right now.
I am a fat waste of space.
You are not. Don't you start that self-deprecating crap right now.
I speak only in objective
Oh, here
truths.
he goes again. And you know you do not.
Objective truths, Heather.
No, you don't. Do you want me to get Sweetie in here? Because I'll get Sweetie in here. You want that?
I don't know. It sounds like she's having a party, so let's not do that.
That's what I thought.
Luna says having an OC share a name with an actual canon character is really confusing, and I agree.
Oh yeah, Sweetie Bloom has had like too many problems with that. And honestly, just her name Sweetie makes it very confusing. When someone's like, "Hey, Sweetie," and then they're not talking to her, and she's like,
Bigorna says, and also most of the grimdark stuff that was produced in the beginning, like Sweet Apple Massacre and Cupcakes. Oh my god, that stuff was just the worst thing ever. Like, I really have to worry about the people that make that type of thing. Pristine says, Brawny, are you skipping my comments or am I just boring? Well, those are both one and the same thing. And yeah, the last two things you said didn't really see a whole lot to comment on, so I skipped it. But sorry, I guess. Let's see there. I do that to everybody, though. Let me see. Luna says, when I say I like Luna Jack, people may think I ship Princess Luna and Applejack. Well, yeah, because you got that thing going on there. Lennon Black says, my OC is Luna's brother and Rarity's sister at the same time. Okay, Lennon, I'm going to need you to just calm down a bit.
I'm trying to figure
has a
out how
question
that
for
works.
Sweetie, but Sweetie isn't here, so you can hold your questions for Sweetie. Honey Drop the Unicorn says, Brawny, do not downgrade yourself. It weakens your inner warrior.
Yep.
Listen, Honey Drop the Unicorn, I am indestructible. My self-deprecation is the only way to keep balance. You hear this? You hear what she freaking says about me? You see what I have to deal with? What did I do to deserve this?
You started being self-deprecating and stupid.
Let me see. Would Brawny and Heather be Brawny Blossom? No, it's Blossom. How would a Brawny versus Sombra fight scene go?
It'd be very complicated if we were doing live action.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that good at it. I'd have to find somebody who could either play me, which I don't think they could do, or strong enough to not only wear the Sombra costume, but also do fight choreography. And there's very few people that can do either of those things, much less both.
Well, what we could do is make a Brawny fursuit, and then you could beat up a furry and yourself at the same time.
Never in my life have I needed something so bad and not known it until it was given to me.
Did I just have a great idea, Brawny?
You just had an amazing idea, Heather. I love you so much. Let's see here. But Sombra would probably freaking kill Brawny, given that he's a crippled Pegasus and Sombra is a super villain with crazy powers.
You just got a message on my Skype, which reminds me I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. Damn it, Louie, you know when I stream.
Was Sombra's costume supposed to be a Soren reference? Sombra himself is a Soren reference. So probably. Pristine says, head goes into the gutter about Brawny and Heather's ship name. Well, get your head out of the gosh darn gutter, young lady.
Oh yeah, bras.
Luna says, I hate most things about myself. Listen, Luna, the only one here who's allowed to be self-deprecating is me.
No, you're not.
Isn't that right, Heather?
No, he's not right at all. But you're not allowed either, Luna. Neither of you are. But you keep breaking my rules and disrespecting me, so what am I to do?
Lennon Black says, I know it's sad, but I must leave you all. I know you will all be fine without my grace and intelligence to guide you. But know that the power of Buddha and Jesus is with you all. Well, Buddha doesn't exist, but...
Bronny, stop smacking at people's religion!
I'm not smacking on people's religion, I'm just saying their deity doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. They believe in it. They could tell you that God isn't real, but they weren't.
Yeah, but they'd be wrong.
In your mind.
That is an objective truth, and I can prove it scientifically and historically.
Oh my god, no you can't.
Bet you I can.
Pretty fucking sure.
Actually, you're right. No, I can't. But stop laughing! I wasn't finished with the sentence you interrupted. Other people have proved it scientifically and historically.
Uh-huh.
And they've written books about it.
And what makes them credible?
They're smarter than me.
Bronny, they don't give out certificates for that. I would have so many by now.
You are not smarter than me.
I don't know. I think I am.
I don't think you are.
I think I am.
I've got that strategic mind. That dangerous cunning.
The cunning that can't pronounce Thanos worth a damn $1.
That's called an accent that has nothing to do with anything.
I don't know.
This
It
is
seems
why
like
you're
you're having a
smarter
little
than me.
brain moment. I'll agree, Ronnie, that you have intelligence in certain areas of expertise, and as do I. If we were to stack them side by side, maybe we could determine this for sure, but I don't think we can we?
I challenge you to a duel of wits.
God, I don't want to play chess right now, Ronnie.
We will play a game of my choosing.
Why do you get to choose?
In a place of my choosing.
Why do you get to choose that too?
Because I choose Dungeons and Dragons.
I really don't want to.
Let's see. Okay, 5 things. What do you think of Spirit's fursuit head? And I have no idea what he's referring to. Bigorna says, could Sombra be defeated if you had a gun? Probably. I might have a chance. Do I have a sniper rifle? Like a 50 BMG? And am I, a kilometer away? At which point probably also no, because I don't know how to shoot a 50 BMG. I don't know how to sight a 50 BMG. Basically, my only hope is to catch him off guard. Let me see here. Are either of us furry fans? I'm not.
I am.
Buckin says it sounds like I almost said a C word. The C word. I almost said a C word, but it wasn't what you were thinking of. I almost said cow, which I then realized as I was saying I probably shouldn't say. I probably shouldn't call Heather a cow because she most certainly is not.
And you'd live to regret it. Live.
Yeah, I would. I regret it, and I didn't even do it.
See, this is me on a daily basis, holding back really mean things to say when you're a troll.
Do you really just hate me that much, Heather?
No, but it would be so easy to say something really mean and out of line. It's so easy, but I rarely cross that line. I crossed it maybe twice in the time we've known each other. And I've apologized immediately after, but they were sick frickin' burns. So it's very easy, Ronnie.
Sure. Let me see here. Luna says apparently guys have been checking me out in public.
That's fun. Make sure they're not creeps. Carry a knife. All that.
Carry a taser. Carry a taser, a knife, and a gun. And maybe also a baton. That's what I do.
Don't forget nunchucks.
Well, my baton has nunchucks.
Well, yours does, but you don't know about hers.
Yeah, well, I don't recommend nunchucks for most people. They're more dangerous to the user than they are the opponent half the time.
Why did they even make those?
Because they are really gosh darn strong when they hit things. They're just very hard to use. Oh, let's see here.
And freaking Michelangelo can use them.
Pristine says, poor Brawny, he can't win. Buckin says, now we need a Brawny versus Heather trivia contest. Pristine says, we'll prove this by looking at y'all's GPA.
But we're not in school. Well, I am, but he's not.
Whoever has the higher GPA is smarter.
Oh, I guess I win then.
Yeah, that would be Heather. I've never had like good grades. I work really well and I learn really quickly, but I've never had good grades. Just doesn't translate well to a test. Let's see here. Lennon says, Buddha is real, darn it. He leaves me presents under the tree on Christmas Eve. Lennon, why are you still here? Christine wants to know if I just made a Mortal Kombat movie reference. Not intentionally. Lennon Black says good night.
Bye, Lennon.
Honey Drop the Unicorn says, I have a very random question.
What's up?
Luna says, I can't imagine anyone checking out my ugly butt. Buckin says, Brawny should carry around his sword. I do have a sword that I sometimes carry. Bigorna says, just learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and combine it with throwing knives. That's a horrible suggestion, Bigorna. Like, I can't even begin to get into how wrong that is. Honeydrop says, Heather and Brawny, you've both been sent into the Gen 1 My Little Pony to face off against Gen 1 Tarek. Who else of the Brony community would you bring along with you two?
Other than each other,
I bring Lightning Bliss because she's kind of overpowered.
well, so am I. I'm a freaking alicorn. Well, I mean, I guess having two alicorns is better than one.
Yeah, well, it's also better than having 5.
You know, after My Little Pony is over, you're gonna regret every time you had to talk crap.
Too many alicorns.
Well, if it helps, 2 of them are going away.
Oh, let me see here. Pristine says we should take Aeon of Dreams. I don't think he likes me very much. That probably wouldn't work. He'd probably do whatever he could to screw me over.
Bronny, you don't know that.
Heather, do you think your horn is sharp enough to stab?
Perhaps. I know it's hard. It's sharp enough to poke. Bronny's ear's really hard.
Yeah, freaking stand me right in the ear. Bigorna says, but capoeira and throwing knives would be silly. Actually, capoeira and knives would work a lot better. In fact, capoeira often works really well with knives. It has historically worked really well with knives. Let's see here. So how did the Brawny and Aeon feud start? I don't know. I didn't even know there was a feud until I was told that he just didn't like me.
Which doesn't mean there's a feud. Maybe he just doesn't find you very interesting. God.
Yeah, and, well, he said I would... the rumor goes that he says I'm annoying, which I can definitely understand. But I saw him at BronyCon. We said hi to each other and shook hands, and, you know, there's no animosity there.
I didn't even know he was there. God, was it at that party?
Yeah, he was at that party. Yeah, the party was really the only place we bumped into him. Would Heather and Bronny enjoy throwing axes? I've never tried throwing axes.
Yeah, they have places now where there's just a bullseye and you just throw axes. Seems cool.
How's that scarf coming, Heather?
It's looking good.
How's the scarf coming?
That's what I just answered you.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said it's looking good.
Good. About how much longer is are you almost done with it?
Yeah, I just gotta finish this blue part and it's all done. I'm like halfway through the blue part already.
How many more lines to do on the blue part?
Well, I'm halfway through the fourth and then just 2 more.
Oh, okay, so you might even get that done before we close out the stream tonight.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Pristine says, sorry if I pick on you, Brawny, you're just easy to tease. Yes, this is very true.
Yeah, I know.
Buckin says, I didn't realize you had done a crossover with Countess before, Heather. I just searched your name on YouTube and found it.
Oh yeah, that's one of the first things that comes up, isn't it? We both had read this one fanfiction series that we both hated, and we reviewed it.
What was the fanfiction series?
I can't remember. It shipped some OC changeling with an OC pony, and it was like the relationship was terrible, completely terrible.
Goodness, I think I know which one you're talking about, but I can't remember the title of it either.
Yeah, I can't remember it. I'm glad I'm forgetting it, and that way I don't have to remember it. Because I got into, in the comments of the fic, I put something like, he going part, he gets violent with her, and, he beat her up? What the heck? And the person goes, oh, yes, isn't it so romantic? It just goes to show what they'll overcome and stuff. And I'm like, no, that's incredibly unhealthy. And they just get really mad at me. I'm like, okay, can you keep your panties on? And they're like, well, I don't have panties. And I'm like, okay, immature bitch. You like terrible fan fiction and fantasize about terrible relationships, and since you don't have panties, I'm assuming you're a guy, so you just want a chick that'll go back to you after you beat her up, okay? That's what you want.
Yeah, didn't we already do this and call it Twilight?
Yep. Wait, no, that was actually healthier. When did Edward ever beat Bella up? Never.
I think Bella was the manipulative, abusive one in that relationship.
She was just desperate. She wanted to be with him no matter what the cost. And I think, she was kind of moving on with her life, but then it's Edward thinks you're dead, and, he's gonna go kill himself now, and then she's like, so they're both terrible and toxic, but they've never been, flat out threatening to each other.
Have you done your stretches yet tonight?
Yeah, I didn't. I hulu from oil.
Battleship Edge and Core says, you're late, I almost fell asleep.
What?
I don't know.
You're late, man. We streamed at the same time as usual.
Honey Drop says, I'm going to MLP Live.
I don't know what that is.
It's a stage show where they walk around in the pony quadruped suits.
Oh, those things? Wow.
Yeah. Oh my god, those things make me so nervous. Luna says, I may post my next gens on Tumblr.
Yeah, do that. That's probably a good place to put them. Or DeviantArt, whichever.
Buckin says, Knife might be waking up. I saw her head move.
Yeah, she was just snuggling in there to get more comfortable.
Bigorna says, sorry for the pun, but Knife is looking sharp today.
She is. She's a beautiful creature.
Christine says, I'm not that into fanfics all that much now. It's weird. And years ago I read different fanfics based around my favorite couple from Magic Knight, Rayearth, and even some Sailor Moon. Well, there's your problem, Christine. Magic Knight Rayearth and Sailor Moon.
Bronny, be quiet.
The first opening song for Magic Knight Rayearth is actually really good, though. That song will get freaking stuck in your head.
Sailor Moon was very good too with the opening theme.
That I don't know.
Of course you wouldn't. You've never even watched an episode of Sailor Moon, have you?
No,
You just judged it. He doesn't watch one episode out of something and he just assumes it's bad. Like he did with OKKO.
I'm always right. You remember what happened with OKKO. That show was just utter trash.
No, it was not. It was a good show. It's still a good show. You just don't want to admit it.
I don't admit when I'm wrong because I'm never wrong.
You are incredibly wrong right now. You see what I have to deal with, people? This shit, day in and day out. I'm always right. Everything you like is trash. I'm right because blah, 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 blah.
You see what I have to deal with every day, people? It's like no matter what you say, you're always wrong. And everything you always say is always wrong. And just complete disregard for my own knowledge and experience.
I'm Brian. I have all the experience in the world. Watch as I say, wow, I'm such a warrior. I'm the best. And then go straight to self-deprecating jokes.
That's right.
You're the most counterintuitive person I've ever met.
That's not even the right word, counterintuitive. I think you're looking for hypocritical.
Nope, that's not what I'm looking for at all. In fact, look, here he is. I'm Bronny. I have to correct you because I'm always right, and I need to feel like the smartest person in the room.
You might also be looking for contradictory.
You said it weird, and I'm already upset.
You might also be looking for Thanos.
Bronny, I can kick you off this stream.
Oh, you see, that time I did it on purpose.
Yeah, that's what makes it more insulting. I'm like, he's doing this crap again. It's not even a personality quirk, he just does it.
Now, you see, the first few times I did it, and it was because of just the way I talk. It's just the way I talk, okay? And then you made a big deal out of it.
Yeah, because it sounded like you were saying the and then anus.
And now I gotta be so particular of every time I mention that character.
It's just that one name that you can't get right. I'm so freaking tired, man. So freaking tired. I'm gonna need a break.
I'm pretty sure he's named after the Greek god of death, Thanatos, which is roughly the same thing.
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Let's see here. Buckin wants to wait before that. Buckin says, if the pony suit falls over, would it be like a turtle? No, I'm pretty sure it would be relatively easy to get up in those suits. Pristine says, I'm a hardcore Moonie here, Bronny. Be careful. I refuse. Let's see here. Buckin wants to know if we've ever seen Teen Titans Go.
Yeah,
I watched a couple episodes of it and wanted to kill myself. What do you think, Heather?
Oh my god. It can be funny sometimes, but it's mostly mediocre.
Let's see here. Bigorna says, I've read some Sonic fanfics, and it was a weird period in my life that involved me failing to emulate my Dreamcast and my PC. Huh, that's interesting. I think they have programs for that now. Let's see here. Luna wants to know if we want to see her next gens.
Sure, post them somewhere.
Yeah, put them up on Tumblr. Fucking says, you two are already acting like a married couple.
We get that a lot.
Let's see here. Battleship Agincourt is asking about recent MLP episodes that we haven't seen, so we're going to skip that. Christine says, do you guys want me to play referee for you? Well, I can't because I have work tomorrow, lol. Honey Drop the Unicorn says, do we need to call Dr. Wolf or Dr. Phil?
Oh my god. Of the two, I don't know which I prefer.
Dr. Phil would take my side. Dr. Wolf would be very non-committal.
I don't know, like, one of them, I know Dr. Wolf's not a doctor, and I question freaking Dr. Phil's PhD.
We're just joking, guys.
Aren't we always?
Yep. I don't think they can tell we're joking, though.
I mean, he does grind my gears, and I grind his right back, so that's gonna happen when you have two people in a relationship that are very different.
It's your favorite type of fan fiction, though, isn't it, Heather?
I don't know, we're kind of boring sometimes.
Are we?
Yeah, nothing interesting happens.
And we spent like 2 hours looking at memes before we came on air.
That's like, if I was on the outside looking in, I'd think that's super boring of a couple. Like, I was like, man, this couple's got nothing going on. They're just being normal and looking at funny memes. That's what I mean.
What should I do to spice up our relationship, Heather?
I don't know. Let's go read an article out of Cosmo and see what they say.
I got a better idea. Let's not read an article out of Cosmo. Let's find literally anything else.
Well, they literally have articles that say spice up your love life. Let's try.
Let's see here. Buckin says, you and I on an episode of Dr. Wolf would be amazing. Probably not. Battleship Agincourt wants to know if you have another pet named Fork.
God, I'm so tired of everyone asking. No, I don't. I'm tired of people saying you should name an animal Fork. Maybe I would have if everyone had stopped saying it. No, I'm not going to name an animal Fork just because, like, now I won't do it because you guys are all saying I should.
Well, Fork you, Heather.
Yeah. You can do that all you want. I have a fish named Spoon and a cat named Knife, and I'm going to get a freaking another pet and name it something that's unrelated. You've ruined the fun of this for me.
Yeah, you really forked yourselves over.
You love this guy, Heather. You love this guy. Look what it's brought you.
When I count to 10, I'm going to be a happy girlfriend. When I count to 10, I'm going to be a happy girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Luna says she just posted her next gens, and her blog is Luna Amethyst 824. Okay, send them to Princess Heather Blossom. Buckin wants to know if you want a dog.
Not particularly. Maybe if I had a yard and wanted to feel protected, sure.
Begorna says get a tiger and name it Sword.
That's legal in Texas, I think. I don't know about anywhere else.
Battleship Agincourt wants to know why you named your cat Knife.
I don't know. It's just what I wanted. I had a fish named Spoon, and me and Bronny would joke around. I'm like, yes, and I'm going to get a cat named Knife, and it's going to be a mean, fluffy cat. And she's a mean, fluffy cat, so I named her Knife.
I wouldn't say mean anymore. She used to be mean, but now she's just loud and very talkative. Buckin says, Brawny, don't make Heather stab you with the crochet needles. I think that's the only way I would really get the point, Buckin. You know what they say, we reap what we sow. Honeydrop says, I was stalked at Walmart by this woman in a power shopping chair who asked me to buy her groceries, and I had no idea who she was, so I ran away from her.
Yeah, get in here. I'm getting so sick of his crap.
Ronnie, stop being
I'm
full
on
of
my
crap.
last leg of puns. And the freaking I'm so smart, and the freaking everything you like sucks, and like Buddha's not real.
Buddha's real. Who the heck told you Buddha wasn't real?
This idiot.
Buddha's real, dude.
Buddha is not real.
Buddha is real.
Oh my god.
Buddha is one with a thou.
He's like, I could scientifically and historically prove that God exists, but Buddha doesn't.
If you can prove God exists, then he doesn't exist.
What the heck sense does that make?
It means that if you don't need faith in order to prove that God is real, then God has no power without the faith. Didn't you ever read the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? They had a very, very funny bit where there was a thing called a babblefish, and it actually disproved God, because and God said in his eternal wisdom, I will never make myself fully known, because that takes away faith, and without faith I am nothing. And then the man comes in and says, but the babblefish proves that you do exist, which means that you don't. And God went, oh, I didn't think of that, and disappeared in a puff of logic.
Yeah, that's why I didn't read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I saw the movie, and
It's in the movie.
thoroughly-
It's during the credits, I think.
Oh no, I didn't see.
I just remember the
credits.
dolphins.
I didn't even make it to the credits. I couldn't finish the movie. It was really not enjoyable.
It's like he hasn't even watched an episode of Sailor Moon.
Shameful. At least watch Crystal. I feel like you wouldn't have the patience for the original series, even though the original series has a lot of good things in it. I feel like it's so dated you wouldn't have the patience for it. But watch Crystal. It's far more streamlined and actually gets to the point much faster.
I know what
There's a lot more filler in the original series. The filler's great. Some filler's great. Some filler's...
So, sweetie, you came in right as Pristine was leaving to go to bed because she had work tomorrow, and now she wants to stay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pristine. But work is important.
Buckin wants to know, sweetie, if you've looked at dresses for Mad Munchkin yet.
I was looking at them before they got engaged. Of course, at first I made the joke of tartan wedding dress, and started looking them up, and she's like, I'm not wearing a tartan wedding dress. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, how about a wedding dress with a little bit of a tartan accent, mostly white, mostly traditional and all that, but a little bit of a tartan accent.
The only time I like tarts is in my toaster.
Tartan, not tarts.
I couldn't think of a good pun for that.
Clearly.
Let's see here. Honeydrop the Unicorn says, hi, sweetie.
Hi.
Battleship Agincourt wants to know what your relationship to us is, sweetie.
Matchmaker.
Okay. So,
What's our relationship? What is our relationship?
Sweetie is our friend, and she's got the lease for the apartment that her and Heather live in. So
Roommate between Heather and I.
yep. Let's see here. Bigorna, watch Sakura Card Captor to prove a point.
Card Captor Sakura.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
right.
I'm just reading it as he wrote it. I don't know what the heck Card Captor Sakura is.
I thought Brian loved that show.
Card Captor Sakura is amazing. Card Captors sucks. But Card Captor Sakura is awesome. Brawny would hate it, though. For several reasons, Brawny would hate it. I loved it, though. The character Tomoyo is basically anime me.
Interesting. So why would I hate it?
Because there are things you wouldn't agree with in there.
Oh,
It seems I wouldn't agree with just about everywhere, but okay.
Well, let me put it this way. Cardcaptor Sakura is one of those shows that, like, makes me break one of my rules, in that, you know how I usually have a hesitation with shipping minors, but then you watch Cardcaptor Sakura, and you're like, Sakura and Shaoran will be together forever, and I don't care that they're only 10 years old. You know? They are OTP.
Ugh.
Not physically, but emotionally. They'll be
Puppy
together.
love.
Yeah, they're the best.
I've always been all about puppy love.
They'll be together forever. They're 10 years old and they'll be together forever. I don't care.
So Bigorna, what point would I be proving by watching this show?
That you could stomach it? I'd be impressed.
I don't know.
Sure,
He's so quick to judge something he has never even seen an episode of.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Constantly.
Does Sweetie ship herself and Heather?
No, I never ship myself. It's bad form. You can ship it, though. I'm not going to tell you not to.
Pristine wants to know if we had fun at BronyCon.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweetie, have we heard your BronyCon stories yet?
I had a whole stream about my BronyCon stories that neither of you guys shut up with. Yes.
You didn't even tell me you were doing it.
That day.
I do my streams every week. Put it on Twitter. Every week.
Do I not have notifications on your Twitter?
Possibly not. I didn't even know that was a thing until someone said, I was like, I can't believe I missed your stream. I'm going to put notifications every time you tweet. I'm like, that's a thing?
Yeah, I do it
Oh,
for
you're
Ronnie.
putting it on Twitter?
Yes, I put... well, I mean, I don't stream on Twitter. I stream on Twitch. But I post it on Twitter that I stream on Twitch.
Okay.
Because YouTube hates me. Last time I streamed on YouTube, it had a glitch and posted it twice, and then put a strike on my channel because I was spamming, because it had a glitch and posted it twice. So I was like, nuts to that.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't risk streaming on YouTube anymore because I don't want my channel taken down because it keeps on glitching on me.
Yes, I put notifications on for your Twitter.
Yeah.
My God,
Did any of us get sick after the convention?
No.
I'm sick right now.
Yeah, she's getting sick. But no, I didn't get con crud. I got con depression like no tomorrow. But I didn't get con crud.
I never really get con depression. I mean, I'm like, I'll see my friends again.
I think the worst post-con depression I ever got was actually after Babs Con a couple of years ago. Like, after I got my Sweetie plushie. Like, I would, like, cling to that thing and cry. Like, it was the worst post-con depression. I think it was also because I knew I was financially effed at the time. And so it was really a, how am I ever going to see him again type of thing. So it was not fun. So, ironically, this post-con
Sweetie, do
depression...
you want to come down to Florida to visit when Heather comes to visit?
On what dime? When are you going to visit?
Mine.
Hell no, not on your dime. You make me feel guilty about that.
I'm debating on how we're doing this Christmas thing.
Oh, I thought you were going to New York.
Well, like, because Ronnie wants to drive up to New York. He's like, do you want to fly into Florida, drive up with him, then drive back down, hang out for a bit, and then go home from there? Or flying from New York and then flying home to New York?
The second option, or the first option rather, sounds nicer. It sounds more complicated and a lot of time off, but it sounds nicer.
Yeah. So there's a little conflict there. We'll figure it out, though.
Fair. Which, by the way, Bronny, we need to figure out when you're flying into Tucson so we
Yeah,
can drive to
we
the
do.
wedding and then drive back and you fly out of Tucson and all that.
Now, I haven't
Fun.
had a chance to talk to you much, but has Heather given you the most recent update on situations?
Probably not.
I haven't because I didn't know if you wanted me really talking about it. I didn't want to do it without your consent.
Alright, so we'll talk after the stream.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Buckin wants to see the Sweetie plushie. Also, yes, Buckin, we are going to Josh and Ari's wedding. How are you coming there, Heather?
We need 2 more rows. And I'm on the 5th one right now.
Sweet.
I thought he was talking to me.
Nah.
There it is. Let's see here. Has Brawny ever done the splits in front of you before, Heather?
All the
All
freaking
the time.
time.
Why do you have such an adverse reaction to that, Heather?
The same reason everyone else does, Brian. Just a normal person going about my life as normal people do, and then you just come in here like, "Whoop." And it's just.
It's like that meme that's been going around lately. Nobody, absolutely nobody, not a single soul on earth.
Yeah.
Brawny splits.
Right, pretty much, yeah.
God, I'm so sick of it.
I am the reincarnation of Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Mm-hmm.
What, you mean that action star that's not even dead yet? Yes.
Yeah. I got what you were saying.
No one, not a soul. Brownie in this shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you were so close, Heather. You only had a half hour to go, and now you got to put $1 in the swear jar.
I cursed a few times before that, and I'm not going to. I
I
earned
did.
every single one.
Sure. Let's see here. Sweetie, get a 2-liter soda bottle and fill it with only dimes, and you'll save up $300.
Mm-hmm. And, where am I gonna buy a 2-liter soda bottle? 2, how am I gonna get all those dimes? Like, I never have change on me.
I find stuff all over
You
the
have it on the
place.
floor of your car.
Yeah, so that's why it's there. No one cares.
I don't touch it because it's yours.
You can touch it and you can take it. I don't care.
That would be rude.
I used to collect like quarters because I used to have to go to a laundromat, but this thing takes a card, so.
Oh, by the way, I want.
Yeah. We'll
remember.
fill it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
First thing.
How many
That's
people
only
got
8.
engaged at the last BronyCon? I lost count at 4.
There
Didn't
were
end
at
up being like
least
5?
8.
Holy heck.
Probably more I don't know about. I don't know if I could name all of them, though, to be fair. But I know that there were 8.
8 of what again?
Proposals.
Oh.
Brownie, how do you do the splits without hurting your groin area? You train it, and you develop the ability.
You train your groin not to hurt?
It doesn't affect your groin. It affects the adductors inside your thighs. The groin has almost nothing to do with it. Those muscles would be the pelvic floor. Pelvic floor flexibility is something completely different. You need that for delivering babies, which is something that I don't think I'm too concerned with. Let's see here. Has Sweetie ever used her wings in a video before? I'm unsure, honestly. She has, like, flown in a couple of videos. I know I've animated her flying at least once or twice.
Animated. I mean, I have poses with my wings out, and then people will just, like, edit me going, wee, and that's sort of like, yeah, flying. But yes, I have my pony has flown in the past. She doesn't do it often, though.
In my I believe in a thing called Love Cover, she flew after us after I broke through a wall. Brawny, no! Brawny, yes!
Sounds about right.
It's funny, the only 2 chicks he wasn't after were us.
Well, I mean, I think at the time, wasn't he in denial?
So heavily.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you girls know it's Hearts and Hooves Day? Yeet! The yeet is what sells it. Without the yeet, you have nothing.
Yeah, I think were people quoting that at you at BronyCon?
A couple of people.
Oh my god, it's your most notable video.
No, people quote me the most for the boots.
The boot to the head. A lot of people, anytime they bring up your name, it was, careful, LeBron is gonna throw a boot to the head.
Apparently people were trash talking me in the line for the TF2 panel. what's her gosh darn name? Victory Fire. Ray on Twitter. She was like, oh, somebody's in line calling Brawny a neo-Nazi.
Oh.
And I'm like, alrighty then.
Boot to the head?
People can come and say that to my face. If somebody thinks I'm a neo-Nazi, I would love to hear what brought them to that conclusion.
I just have to look at the
Let's see
kitties
here.
sometimes. Yeah.
Honey Drop the Unicorn wants to know if you girls have Regal Theaters in your town.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Battleship Agincourt wants to know why I'm not in the video. What video? What do you mean?
I think
This
he
video?
means on screen, simply because he's not physically here.
And
I am
oh, yeah,
the disembodied voice.
yeah, Bronny, sweetie too, I gotta tell you, I called my mom today because, you know, I have to.
Oh, right, I was supposed to remind you to do
Yeah,
that.
I did it. I'm a big girl.
Good girl.
So I called my mom, but my sister answers because they're in the car together and they're talking. And my sister's like, "Oh, so I heard, you are going out with that guy who's your friend and stuff, and blah 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 blah."
More than a friend now. No.
And my mom ended up asking me like, "Is Bronny over there with you?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Well, like somebody said they heard him talking in the background with you at some point, but I figured he could have been on Skype or something." I'm like, "If it was Tammy, because my sister Tammy's been talking, if it was Tammy, she probably saw me on my stream talking to him, and no, he's just in the Skype call with me moderating my chat. He's not physically here."
Mm-hmm.
Besides, I look better like this.
Oh my god.
Lies and slander.
Thank you.
Let's see here.
Nicking herself.
Let's see. Heather, did you ever fix my wall after you broke through it in the Applejack's Day Off video? You knocked my door right off the hinges.
Honestly, you deserved it after you left me alone to the mercy of the fire whatever the hell it was.
The Fire Swamp Chimera.
Yeah, you left me to the mercy of the Chimera, Bronny. You kind of deserve to have your door knocked down.
You weren't supposed to go out there by yourself.
It's where we agreed to meet!
It is not where we agreed to meet. I said come by my place.
Oh,
Before
then
you
why
go
did
out
I
to the
come
Fire
there
Swamp
going
Chimera.
like, hey, it's next week, very upset, because we had a place to meet, and you weren't there, so I had to go look for you.
I lost track of time because I'm working. I am a hard worker.
Damn it, look at him, all uninvolved with me. I should go kick him.
Yep.
In the mouth. With my lips.
Aww.
God, stop.
Read the gosh darn chat, Bronny.
Yeah, you know the thing you're here to do?
Let's see here. Sweetie, what exactly happened to Silver Quill? I watched Bliss's vlog on BronyCon and he had stuff all over his face.
Oh, the marshmallow fluff. Okay, so here's my POV on what happened there, right? So I'm watching his table. He was at, whose line is it anyway? And it's taking a while to get back, as he does. And then I get a call from him. It's very rare for him to call me, and it's especially rare for him to call me without texting me first. So I'm like, okay, and I answer the call, and he's like, hey, can you do me a favor? I'm on my way back. Can you do me a favor and film my arrival? There's something I want to see everyone's reaction to. And I'm like, oh Lord, what? Like, it's just like, what did you do? Is just my thought. He's not telling me, of course, and he's just like, okay, I'm gonna let you know when I'm approaching, and when I am, hit record. And I'm like, okay, and I record a video. I sent it to him. I don't know if he intends on putting it on his own channel or what, but I do record a video of him showing up with marshmallow fluff on his face, and he has to get it. He asks Ellie and Bliss and Jasper and Maddie to wipe it off. Ellie and Bliss say no because he's being a butt. He's being Silver, and they're like, the heck with you. Jasper and Maddie do like wipe it off. I think he was intending for it to be an innuendo, but everyone else got like a bird poop impression. And when I sent him the video and he sees himself, he's like, yeah, it gives far more of a bird poop impression. What had happened, apparently, I watched the panel afterwards, after the fact, on AC Racebus channel, and basically M.A. Larson showed up to the tail end of Whose Line Is It Anyway, and they had Marshmallow Fluff for an earlier gag about making pies, and so he just grabs it and he just throws it on everyone's faces. He's just...
Sweetie, are you comfortable telling Battleship Agincourt what your real job is?
I am an animal... What is my exact title?
Animal care technician?
Animal care technician.
I got it right!
Yes, animal care technician. I work at an animal shelter. Essentially.
Pristine says, someone called me a Nazi once to my face, and I gave them an earful because he heard I am of German descent.
Ew. That's a terrible reason. Bronny's
Yeah.
at least got some reason because, you know, he's slightly... well, anyway, the point is it's not because he's German.
You better not be calling me a Nazi on this.
No, I just... There are views you have that, if played into hyperbole, might parallel certain other views of certain other parties.
People who are wrong about politics and history in an extreme case will mistake. There's not a single political or any view that I have that is anywhere even close.
Okay, let's not have this conversation on my stream!
Yeah. Alright. Has Knife ever met the Sweetie plushie before?
I assume so.
I mean, they've been in close proximity. They are in close proximity.
Kitty.
Battleship Agincourt says cats and plushies don't mix.
Yeah, I don't like to keep it around her for reasons.
Because she's a cat.
I mean, it's better than like a puppy. God forbid if we had a puppy and I left Sweetie around. I'd like cry when she got torn up.
Oh, puppy.
This is when I was, I think, 13, my older brother found a cat and brought it home, and didn't tell anybody he did that. So here I am walking around this house, and all of a sudden something kicks me in the back, and I was freaked out, so I fell over, and I looked around and couldn't see what it was. It was just gone. So I'm like, okay, something's in this house.
It's a ghost.
So
it starts burning sage.
So like, I looked around, couldn't see anything, and I took like a plushie. I think it was like a dinosaur, that belonged to my younger brother, and I just put it in the middle of the living room floor and waited out of sight. And then sure enough, this like, I don't know, 6-month-old cat just zooms in out of nowhere and tackles the freaking thing, and I'm like, where did this cat come from? So I went to go pick up the cat and it clawed the frick out of my arm.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Sounds about right.
What's it like addressing people you know by screen names versus their real names?
Well, you know, like, there's names you get used to. Like, I call Sweetie Sweetie all the time. Like,
And then she wonders why people think we're gay.
yeah. I was like, I wonder what gave it off that vibe. But I'm like, yeah, it's because it's what I'm used to calling her. Like, calling her by her real name, I have to be making an effort to do. And I think the few times I did that were around her job, so people wouldn't think it was weird.
Not that I particularly care, no.
Yeah.
Just dating any of my coworkers.
Dropping a Sweetie sometimes is fine. I don't think many people would find that super weird.
Yeah, people get away with it with me. There are certain people I get away with if the name, like I just keep calling them by their screen name, if their screen name can sound like a real name, if that makes sense. For instance, Ellie, I call her Ellie as much, if not more, than I call her by her real name. I actually, when I was at BronyCon, I blanked on Mad Munchkin's real name because I call her Maddie, and that could be short for Madison in a normal environment, so I just call her Maddie, and it's not a problem. And I totally blanked on her real name, and I was like, what's your real name again? But there are people who have, like, names that I'm like, yeah, I'm not keen calling you by a color or an item, you know?
Like, my name is super easy because it is my real name.
Yeah, yours is your real name,
You never
and
get
then...
to.
Yeah, so there are people, like, when I'm with them in real life, I prefer to call them by their real names because I'm like, because I don't want to call you by a color. I don't want to shout across a mall and call you, like, although sometimes I still call Goldie. But it's still like, nah, I'd rather call you by your real name. Online, though, I typically call people by their screen name unless I'm aware that all people involved are comfortable calling them by their real name. What I mean by that is, like, if I'm in a group chat, I will call people by their screen name because I don't know their level of comfort for revealing their real name. And until I know that, and until I know, oh, okay, everybody in here knows and addresses this person by their real name, then I will call them by their screen name.
Do you like marshmallow fluff?
Yes.
Sure.
Apparently, Regal theaters have a thing where membership where you pay $20 a month and can see as many movies as you want. Do we think that's worth it? I don't think that's worth it.
It is if you see a lot of movies.
And we don't. Like, we see a movie once in a while. Maybe, like, not every month, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think since we've gotten here, I've seen 2 or 3 movies with you.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like,
I
think...
don't like going to the theater.
I love going to the theater.
I love going to the theater, too.
I just don't have money for it.
Yeah. Can't do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Down here in Orlando, we got a few places that do, like, Dollar Movie Tuesdays.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so when y'all come down to visit, I'll take you to some of that. And sweetie, I'm gonna save up, and we're gonna get you down here too.
I'm good.
We gotta take you to Disney.
I've been to Disney World.
I haven't.
But have you been to Disneyland?
Disneyland is in California, dingus. If you mean Magic Kingdom, that's different.
I can't keep those two straight.
Yes, I've been to Disneyland. I went to Disneyland every summer for, like, most of my life. I went to Disneyland at least once a year. The fact that there's a Star Wars land in Disneyland that I haven't been to yet fills me with deep shame. But such is life.
Have you been to the Harry Potter land yet?
Yes.
In Universal?
I never got to go. How was it?
Very
It's
good.
nice. It's nice. It's really amazing.
Buckin wants to know who made the Sweetie plushie.
Little Moon. Little Moon
Who?
is her name. Little Moon.
Little Moon?
Yes. She's great.
Alright.
Commission her. She's awesome. I got to give her a hug at BronyCon. It was great. I think I had to explain to her who the heck I was. I think I, like, stepped behind her table to give her a hug, and she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, sweetie, you made me a plushie a couple years ago. And she's like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
And then I asked her.
Pristine says, I've only used Bliss's real name around my parents because they get weirded out if I say Lightning Bliss.
Yeah. I don't usually talk to my parents about my internet life, but when I do, yeah, I usually use people's real names because, again, like, addressing people as like, oh, yes, and this person's name, yeah, is Lightning Bliss. They'd be like, what? It's like, okay, yeah, her name is this, you know.
I've told my parents that just about all of my friends have, like, weird nicknames that they go by.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever hear me refer to somebody in a weird name, that's probably, like, I probably know them from Florida or something like that.
Yeah.
You are all my friends from Florida, just so you know.
Oh, my mom just knows. Like, she knows I'm on the internet and I have internet friends. She knows who Sweetie is and that she was an internet friend and now I live with her. She knows that my boyfriend is an internet man and now I'm dating him. I'm very open with my life. My
parents know I have an internet life now. They didn't at first. I must say, when I first started my YouTube nonsense, they didn't know for years. They found out relatively recently. But they're vaguely aware. But it's still weird for them. They're still like, what? Who? Why do you talk like this? So I have to translate for them.
You know, it's like we're the 3 stages of it. I'm the one that's completely open. You're like, you keep it whatever, and then he's completely in the closet.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've never been, like, in the closet about being a brony, because, frankly, everyone's aware that I love
The term
anime
is
stuff.
in the stable if you're a brony.
Sure.
Yeah.
You keep telling yourself that.
It's about the only stable thing
I
here.
didn't come up
Aha!
with that. That's early fandom.
You missed her pun, brony.
I did.
Shameful.
I'm not
What
going to
did
say
she
it
say?
again.
No, we're
Not
not
gonna
saying
say
it
it
again. You missed it.
Yeah, sorry.
Whatever, I'll just
gonna-
watch the stream after the fact.
How dare you?
No one does that.
And you owe Silver a quarter.
Do I?
No, he does.
Honey
Oh,
Drop
ha.
the
He uses
Unicorn says, Honey Drop the Unicorn says, I know a kid whose real name is Blue. I feel bad for that kid.
I felt bad. I felt bad, like, for the person, and then I felt bad for being the person who pointed it out, because I did. I was this was at BronyCon, and I was getting everybody in line to meet Silver Quill, right? And so I was calling them Silver Lining and everything, and I was talking to people in the back of the line, and I see this one guy's badge, and like the complete horrible person I am, I go, "Is your real name John Lennon?" And he's like, "Yes." And I'm like, "That's so awesome, and I'm so sorry." Like, that's really awesome, and you poor soul. He's like, "Yeah, it's especially good that I don't, especially helpful that I don't actually like or listen to the Beatles, so everyone makes Beatles references to me and it goes right over my head." I'm like, you poor
Did I ever tell you girls about the time that I did yearbook portraits, and I ran into an Indian kid whose last name was spelled Nigger?
Niger.
It was like Niger or something like that. It sounded French when I asked him to pronounce it, because I looked at it and I'm like, I'm in an inner city school. How about you pronounce this one?
I remember once in college, I was part of like the welcome week. It was like the big week before college started, where we welcome in all the freshmen and blah blah blah, and I was part of the people who set that up. And so we're getting everyone's like name badges or whatever set up, and my friend and I get really excited because guess who's going to be a freshman in our college? Christopher Lee. We were so excited that Christopher Lee was coming to our college, and we're very disappointed when he had no sense of humor about that. Like, "You're Christopher Lee," and he's like, "I'm aware." He's like, "Oh, you're not an old white man, you're a young Asian kid." And he's like, "Thank you. Can I have my badge now?"
I went most of my life with nobody making any paper towel jokes, and then in 2013 I was cleaning my rabbit cages, and I ran out of paper towels, and I said, "Gosh darn it, I ran out of paper towels." And then I happened to be in a call at that point, and everybody went, "Does anybody else find it funny that Brawny ran out of paper towels?" And I was like, "Oh gosh, freaking darn it, there it is." And that has just been constant ever since.
I
contribute to it.
I always initially thought that. I'm like, Brawny, I guess it's like that he has brawn, but it's mostly because of the paper towel. Like, the paper towel is the first thing that came to my mind. It has an adjective
and Heather's constantly sending me pictures like, "Why are you stalking me at work?" And like then posts a picture of herself with a brawny roll, and I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
I still loved that I made a point of having brawny paper towels in the house before Heather moves in. And so I think she was like putting something in the linen closet. She opens it up and she's like, "Oh my god!"
I'm like, "Brawny, what are you doing hiding in my new apartment?" Took a picture of it.
Yep.
Why would you do that? The brawny rolls are like 10 times as expensive as the generic brand.
Because puns, Brawny. You of all people should understand this.
Yeah, but not at that cost. Not at like $5 a roll.
It's worth it, Brawny, and you know it.
Our priorities are very skewed here.
Let me see here. Battleship Agincourt says, "My father thinks bronies are synonymous with atheism."
What?
Some are. I'm not gonna lie. There are a lot of atheist bronies out there.
Some, but
Yeah,
like it doesn't mean, "Yo, Brawny, you're an
Christians are the
atheist."
minority.
Yeah, we are the minority. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, Sweetie and I are Christian, and Josh is Christian, and I think that's about it among our group.
Oh no. I know many.
Oh yeah. Well, there's also Anthony C.
Anthony
Forgot
C.
about
I
him.
pray with pretty regularly. Finn the Pony's Catholic.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's Irish Catholic. I know many who are non-practicing Catholics. I don't know if that counts. But there are a few. They're out there.
I haven't been to church in a while. I might try to go tomorrow if I can get to sleep at a reasonable time tonight.
Shame.
He won't.
Shameful, Brian.
Yeah, because Heather and I just discovered that there's new episodes of OKKO and Young Justice, and I also got a whole lot of Pony to catch up on.
I've got a lot of Pony to catch up on, too.
Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Hey, sweetie, there's a guy in my high school whose name was literally Bill Miller. Anybody else know about Bill Millers? Asks Pristine.
Nope, but we almost have just 5 minutes left in the stream, so you better get on it quick.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar, but I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, so any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please say them now. Forever hold your silence until the next stream.
Let's spend the next 5 minutes talking politics. How about them Cowboys?
I will take you out of this stream.
So y'all don't want to talk about Mac
No.
versus PC?
Let me put it this way, Bronny. There were a couple people who I omitted from classifying as Christian because I know your stance on that.
Yep. Let's see here. What else we got in this chat? Luna wants to know if anybody has the last name Bowie.
Not in my immediate acquaintance, no.
Nope.
Pristine says Bill Miller's is a chain restaurant in Texas. It's a barbecue place. Okay, that's interesting.
I love barbecue.
Barbecue's good.
I would like some ribs.
I knew a guy named Mo Lester.
Aw.
How much did your parents just not
Pay attention, I hope. I hope they didn't intentionally give the child a name like that.
Yeah.
It was sort of like, I told you guys the story of how I almost had a dad joke as a name.
I don't remember it, but I'm almost certain you did.
Okay, so basically, they figured out what my first name was gonna be, and then they were trying to figure out what they wanted for my middle name. And my dad makes a dad joke and goes, "How about Annette?" And my mom goes, "Annette, that's a lovely name. Yeah, we'll go with that." And my dad's like, "No, we're not. No, you're not. No." Always like to wait to see when it dawns on them. There it goes.
Oh, I knew. I was just like, oh, you want me to acknowledge it?
Yes. Well, it's funny what the people who hear it the first time, they go like, "What's wrong with that name?" And then they put it together. And
Annette itself is very pretty.
It is, yeah. Like the two names separate are very nice names. Putting them together makes it a pun, and I came this close to having a pun for a name.
You guys are crazy.
You know you'd do that. You'd find a way to have like a kid with a pontific name.
I would, but this one won't let me.
Nope, we're not doing it. I'm not doing it. I will not subject any poor soul to that. And it is not even the last minute of the stream, but I'm done.
Sweet. So is this like a trans?
It was unintentional, but I'm sure I'm going with it. It's for my friend. I'm sure she supports the movement or whatever.
There you go. I always love the trans flag. It's like the most beautiful one. I'm not trans, but gosh darn is a beautiful color scheme.
Yeah, I mean, the asexual one just kind of reminds me of Louis because it has all his colors except for brown. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty.
Yeah, it's for my friend Juanita.
Awesome. Who we hope is not watching the stream.
Oh, she never does. She'll not see it, and I won't post pictures of it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here it is. I'll probably just cut off the ends. I don't know if I want it to have trim or not. I'll think about it. I think it's pretty good as it is.
Yeah.
Battleship Agincourt wants to know, would you two be willing to do more than one stream a week? I like this interaction.
I kind of like to keep it to one stream a week, because as it is, sometimes it's an obligation I cannot fulfill. Like, before we leave, next week, I might not have a stream because a coworker of mine is going to be calling off, so they might call me in to take his shift, and I gotta take it if they offer it. So, next Saturday, I might be working a late night shift, so that'll be happening. Also, Monday, like, not this week, obviously, but, like, that Saturday and that Monday, I might have to work, but they haven't told me yet. I will not say for sure until my agency calls me up and goes like, hey, cover these shifts.
Okay, Monday I can certainly drive you to.
Alright. Honey Drop the Unicorn wants to know, how old do you think the main six are?
I want to say early 20s. I've always been like, they seem like adults.
They seem to me to be like early adults. Like, yeah, so I was saying like late teens, or by now early 20s, yeah.
Yeah,
Since it's apparently only been a year. But yes.
Ow.
Careful, girl.
Alright.
My own fingernails. And it's last minute of the stream. Any last minute comment, questions, or concerns, please say them now. Forever hold your silence until the next stream, which is gonna be 2 weeks from now, but whatever. You have 30 seconds.
Oh, what do we do with the drunken sailor? What do we
10
do
seconds.
with the drunken sailor? What do we do with the drunken sailor?
early in the morning?
5 seconds.
Way and up she rises, way and up she rises.
And it's
way
over!
and up she rises.
I couldn't do it.
Morning.
It's over, everybody, and thank you for showing up to our stream. We had quite a turnout today. I had fun. Yeah, no, I had fun, and I hope you guys did. I'm glad I got together with all my friends and that we finished a very important project. So, I'm Heather Blossom. That's Sweetie Bloom, and the guy you can't see but has been a pest this entire chat is Bronny Buck. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.